Gonna go out and do some shed hunting, I guess. It's supposed to rain off and on all day, I guess. But sometimes it's easier to find them cloudy and rainy like this than it is any other time. So if I got to get a little wet to find them, it's worth a shot. I'm out again, and again, there's a dead deer somewhere. I found 2 dead bucks here in the last 3 days. I haven't found the head yet, but there's hair all over. Found some on that ridge, but it was all coming out towards the swamp. They've been circling. Could be laying out here anywhere. Probably gonna just keep circling here until I find the body. But if I find it, I'll let you know. Might be in that green trees up in there. They just drug it out, maybe. I've been walking a while. I spent a lot of time trying to find that dead deer. Never could find it. And I was looping back around. I was gonna head out of here. And right in front of my face, I don't know if it's last year's or it's this year's, but man, does it really blend in. It's super brown. Kind of looks like a year old, but I found so many sheds on this little ridge over the past 20 some years that it's a go-to spot. Go up here and see. It looks fresh. A little split brow tine, chewed up a little bit. Yeah, brow tine's chewed. That's too bad, but neat little shed. Been walking a few hours and this is all I found so far. But I'm gonna work my way out of here and go to a different spot. It's been snowing and raining. Just not, snow ain't sticking, thank God, but it's been pretty nasty. Well, finally stopped raining. Found 2 old sheds, a small dead buck, and a dead doe. I took some pictures. I didn't video anything because it was raining too hard. I moved to a different spot, and I walked this real hard last year. It was logged off probably 3 years ago. And the deer just pounded it last year. I found some sheds, but not as many as I thought. But the problem is now I don't know all the sign I'm seeing. There's more hair. All the sign I'm seeing, is it since the snow melted, or is it from the winter? It's hard to tell. Looks like there's maybe another dead deer somewhere. But it's a lot thicker than it looks. And there's a lot of blowdown stuff at tops from when they logged it. So the shed can be anywhere in this tangled mess because they're in here browsing is what they're doing. See, this looks like it's new to me. But I'm going to zigzag in here for a while. I've been out since probably 9:30 this morning. This is tough walking. I've probably covered 1% of this. It's just brush everywhere. I was just kind of ready to be done with it, and I just stumbled onto a nice 5-side. Kind of looks like the buck I found last year in here. The one that I found the set to. I wouldn't doubt it. Take a picture real quick here. But man, I know there's got to be a bunch of them in here. Just look at this. It's probably 80 acres of just brush. Pick this up. Good, no chews. That's a heck of a brow tine. I'm gonna have to go through my sheds from last year and see if this is him, which I would have found. There's some pine over there. Oops, in the different distance. I found them both laying underneath that pine. Ah, boy. It's a nice shed. Probably a 3-year-old deer, I guess. Yeah, last year he'd been figured he was 2. It just, there's droppings everywhere. I don't know, probably gonna have to come back, I guess. It's nice to know when you find the one that there's other ones in here somewhere. Cool shed. I guess I'm gonna zigzag around here a little bit more, try to find the match. There's just no way a person's picking them all up in here. It's just ridiculous. Should be a dozen sheds in this kind of stuff. You can see, I don't know, these. Imagine this is maple. They got the buds all chewed up and they're high because the snow was high. So they were just wintering back in here. They got plenty of browse. They don't really even need any crops. Keep walking here. Got lucky because he dropped in an open spot. And there's not too many open spots in here. Did find 2 dead does in here, which is pretty typical. Actually, well, 2 dead does in this patch, and then just about 300 yards to my west there was a dead doe too. Yeah, it's raining pretty good. This will be fun. It's supposed to rain pretty much all day. I can have this camera on for very long. But they were in this corn pretty good on the backside, so. And then there's good woods all the way around, but it looks like there's still some snow where I want to go, so I'll probably leave that for the weekend. Just hit the edges again and walk in some of this corn on the backside of this field. Usually find a good one back here every year, but we'll see. Well, I've been walking a ways and nothing yet, but I just got into this grass, found some hair back a while up on that grassy patch under the pines, and I come across, I saw some white. It looks like another dead buck. Looks like a big one. Wow. That's a cool looking buck. Split G3 on that side. I think it's this year's. Might have sat a year, I don't know. Here's the bones. Just a big grass patch, you know, on the back side of this cornfield. That's a nice deer. That one's already Euro mounted. They don't even have to touch it. But it's raining pretty good, so I gotta get this camera shut off. Just found this buck. It's the second dead buck I found now in 3 days. Ain't finding much for sheds, but that thing's got it really cool. The skull's a little loose. Cool split G3. Heavy. It's nasty out. It's been raining all morning. But sheds should pop if I can find any out here. Man, that's a narrow spread, but heavy deer, probably 4-year-old buck, just like that other one I found. Already Euro mounted for me, completely cleaned off. So it tells me it's probably last year's. Just that deadhead so far, but moving back into the woods here a little bit, starting to really melt. So I'm just gonna kind of hit these spots that are down, melt it down lower. And I worked half that grass. I gotta do the other half on the way out. It'd be nice to find the other side of that big one I found last year that was all chewed up. That was a 70-incher. Never did find him last year. He's got to be here somewhere. Just sign everywhere. Well, that's going to be it for this one. I'm just drenched, so I'm going back to the truck. I'm done unless I find something on the way back. But I've had enough for today. Surprised I didn't find any sheds, just that deadhead.